Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interwebs. This is ReNDoG coming at you in the first episode of Minecraft Survival for 2018 from the Hermitcraft server. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Netherboard. Welcome to 2018. I hope you guys have had a magnificent new start to this brand new freaking year. I know I'm a little bit late, but Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, my fine friends from all over the world. If you don't know, I have been away on holiday in South Africa for the last 4 weeks or so, and that's probably why you haven't seen any Hermitcraft episodes from me, and this is the first time in about 4 or 5 weeks that I've logged onto the server. I'm a little bit lost right now, I gotta tell you guys. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing in today's episode. What I thought we would do is spend a little bit of time just hanging out. I want to tell you guys all about my holiday in South Africa, and maybe you guys can help me out today. We can figure out what we're going to be doing for the next few weeks here on the Hermitcraft server. I am super excited, super pumped to get back to playing Minecraft with you guys, man. I got so much hype in me right now. It's pretty crazy. Since we were last away, a couple of things have popped up. There's a Christmas tree over there, which is very nice, and let's go check that out. Actually, does anybody out there know who put this here? I have no idea, guys. I have not been keeping up with Hermitcraft. In fact, I have not been keeping up with anything for the last 5 weeks or so. I literally disconnected when I went to South Africa, literally removed myself from the interwebs for 5 weeks. I've never done it before. It was absolutely magical. I'm going to tell you all about it in a moment, though. Who's this from, anyway? Merry Christmas, smiley face. What's in here? A block of coal, some black concrete powder, and a uranium. Nice! This is a very, very pleasant gift. I'm suspecting this might be from False Symmetry. Could you guys let me know who this is from? Maybe we can spend a bit of time in the next episode making something nice for whoever gave this to me, because that's kind of awesome. That's quite a lot of resources over there. Thank you, whichever hermit gave that to me. Anyway, here we are, back in the Netherboard, feeling super rusty, my friends. Please forgive me for today's episode, okay? It's going to be a talky one. I just want to talk about my holiday a little bit with you guys, and maybe figure out what we're going to be doing over here for the next couple of months on the Hermitcraft server. I had an idea when I was on the aeroplane coming back from South Africa that I think we're going to get stuck into as our first project. I want to transform the Mumbo face over here into, well, a giant silo of some kind. We've got a mission in this Hermitcraft survival series to collect a double chest of every reasonably collected item in Minecraft, and we're going to need somewhere to put all that jazz. So I'm thinking what we should do is turn this Mumbo face into a massive item silo, and that's where we're going to start collecting all of the items in Minecraft that we can get our hands on. How does that sound, guys? I think that sounds like a pretty good project to kick off the New Year's. I also thought for today's episode we'd head over to the Mobilisa project. I see that Iskal has got some revival going on for the Mobilisa project. Looks like he wants to get stuck back into the Mobilisa, get that thing finished off as fast as possible. I want to make sure that I'm going to help him out with that. So we're probably going to be spending a bunch of time out there at the Mobilisa project too. So here we are back at the Netherloop. Can I remember how this actually works? Why do I not have my boots on me right now? That's kind of strange. Let's get ourselves over to the Mobilisa project. Hang on, this is not the right way to the Mobilisa project. Oh my goodness, guys, the rust is real. Oh man. Anyway, hope you guys have had a fantastic start to 2018. It's been a couple of weeks since the start of the new year. Happy New Year's, everybody. I know that I'm a little bit late. As I mentioned before, I literally disconnected from the interwebs. I have no idea what's happening on the server. I don't know what's happening on the internet. I don't know what's happening on YouTube. I don't know what's happening on Twitch. Oh my goodness. But I'm back and ready to rumble, baby. It is going to be sweet. Hey, you know what? You guys could probably help me out a little bit, actually. Let's get a little bit of a comment train going on in this video. What have I missed on the Hermitcraft server, guys? What should I check out? What should I go and do? Is there anything important on the server that I have missed that I should check out? Why don't you hit me up in the comments below, and I'll check that out tomorrow, I suppose, and start choosing a few things for us to do here on the Hermitcraft server. For now, I think to kick things off for 2018, we should focus on a little bit of resource collection. Last year, we churned through a bunch of resources, making the Netherboard, making a whole bunch of other stuff. What is happening here? Hello? Has another hermit dug into my... Okay, what's going on here? Let's go check out what's happening over here. But yeah, we used a bunch of resources at the end of last year. I'm pretty much out of all the resources. We were working at the Mobilisa project, setting up some houses and stuff like that. And I thought today we could head over to the strip mine and set up a brand new beacon mine out there so we can start collecting some resources. And let's do that together. Let's talk about some holiday. Let's talk about what's been going down in the life of the ReNDoG over the last, well, it's been about 4 or 5 weeks since we were last together. Now, I don't know what this tunnel is. Where does this go? This is kind of weird. Let's just do some exploring. I'd like to know where this is headed to. Looks like another one of the hermits has perhaps tunneled into my tunnel, or at least into the Mobilisa. Has another one of the hermits decided to come help us out at the Mobilisa? Is that what's happening over here? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's follow this down. But yeah, super happy to be back, guys. Oh man, I am so hyped. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I disconnected completely from the internet when I was on holiday in South Africa. It was awesome. What's happening over here? Oh, this is the Nether Hub over here. Okay, very nice. Okay, so it looks like somebody's connected the Nether Hub to the Mobilisa. It was probably a skull. In fact, it was probably Iskal and Stress Monster, I'd like to say. Stress Monster sent me a message on Discord a while back talking about some tunnel in the Nether. I wasn't really paying attention, so I guess this is what she was talking about. Well, that's pretty awesome. This is a nice, easy way for the other hermits to get over to the Mobilisa once we actually finish the game, so we can actually start playing it, right? So, yeah, thanks, Iskal and Stress, I guess, for connecting the Nether Hub to the Mobilisa. That was probably something that we needed to do anyway. It's not exactly the prettiest tunnel that I've ever seen, but it will do. Anyway, so guys, I had an amazing holiday. I headed over to South Africa last year around December 20th or 21st, and usually what I do when I go on holiday is I sort of stay up to date with what's happening on YouTube. I sort of reply to my comments. I check Twitter every day. I don't really stop working, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I keep on grinding even though I'm on holiday. And when I get back from holiday, I usually don't feel like I've had a holiday, if you know what I'm saying. So this time around, I decided to go to South Africa and literally disconnect from everything. Just disappear. Just become a Ren ghost. And vanish for a while. Here we are at the Mobilisa again. Ooh, what's this? This is brand new. Oh, hi. Oh, hi there. What's happening, Stress? Hi. Oh, I think she has been busy out here. That's what she was talking about. Oh, here we go. I've made a little exit bit into your kingdom from the underground pathway. Is that what she's talking about? I think so. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's glorious. It's a little fountain or something. Lovely work, Stress. I like it. I like it. Oh man, hard at work over here. Anyway, we were working out here at the end of last year, weren't we? I think so. Yeah, we were setting up a few of these houses over here. Oh man, I'm so excited to get back to this project. It is going to be awesome. Anyway, let's head over to the strip mine, guys, and we can start setting up some new resource collection activities over here. It's Eternal Day. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what's happening there. Hacks! Oh, man. Not entirely sure why it's Eternal Day on the server, but there you go. But yeah, anywho, so what was I saying? Yes, so I decided to disconnect completely from the interbubs, from YouTube, from Twitter, from social media. And I got to tell you guys, one of the best things I've ever done, managed to really focus all of my energy and all of my attention on two very important things. Number one, my family. And I've spent as much time as I possibly could with my beautiful family. And it was absolutely amazing. We had such a great time together. Number two, I spent a lot of time on myself, and that's something I think that a lot of us don't actually do in this life. Things are so busy all the time that we never actually spend a little bit of time, well, learning about ourselves, learning to love ourselves, learning to figure out what we want to be doing with our lives, what we're going to be doing in the future, and so on and so forth. And I spent a ridiculous amount of my time doing that this holiday, and I've come back a brand new man, baby, a brand new man. I got a little bit of bad news for all you ladies out there, though. I shaved my beard off. R.I.P. Pirate Beard. The first big change of 2018 for me, guys, was to shave the beard off, which I was growing for about a year or so, and I think I might cut my hair next. I know it sounds crazy, but guys, I think it's really important every now and then in life that you do a bit of a reset, that you change things up, right? Start afresh, rebirth yourself, so to speak. Wow, this episode's getting deep already. My goodness. Anyway, I'm going to shift this beacon over to a brand new section. We've mined out this entire chunk over here. So let's see if we go in that direction, I think. See if we can find ourselves another chunk. But yeah, so I disconnected from the internet, spent a lot of time with my family, a lot of time with myself, and it was a truly magical experience. I had a very horrible flight to South Africa, though, which I want to tell you about because I thought it was kind of humorous. I set off for the airport quite early in the morning, and it's quite a journey for me to get to Heathrow. It takes me about 2 hours or so to get to Heathrow Airport to fly to South Africa, and then it's another 12-hour flight out to Cape Town, which is where I flew. And at Cape Town, a rental car was waiting for me, and then it was another 6-hour drive or so from the airport to my parents' house on the east coast of South Africa. So I was prepared for a very big journey, and I was hoping to, well, have a nice relaxed period on the aeroplane, a nice 12 hours of chilling, relaxing, doing some writing, you know, just hanging out, watching some things on my tablet, playing some Minecraft on my tablet. You know how it goes on those long flights. And I got to the airport. The flight was slightly delayed. And by slightly, I mean about 2 hours or so. So that was not great. Anyway, not the end of the world. Got onto the aeroplane and went to my seat. And I booked myself a window seat because I kind of like looking out the window of aeroplanes. You know, I like to look down at Africa as we fly from London all the way down to South Africa. It's quite a magnificent sight as you look down. Now, we're going to have to try and dig another 64 blocks in this direction, aren't we? Or I think it's 50 blocks in this direction. So I'll tell you what, let me do that quickly and then I'll get back with the story because I'm not going to be able to count and talk at the same time, if you know what I'm saying. All right, that should just about do it. I think I put a torch every 10 blocks or so over here, and we're going to go 50 blocks away from our chunk that we mined up over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. Okay, so this is where we're going to set up our brand new beacon mine over here. And hopefully we can get this done by the end of this episode. I think I'm going to need a block of iron, though, so that we can actually get the beacon fired up. So we'll get that done. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, so I was pretty excited about just chilling on the aeroplane. There was a slight delay, which kind of sucked, but I got into the aeroplane and walked over to my chair. And usually when I get on aeroplanes, I'm usually the last person to get on the aeroplane. As I've gotten a little bit older in life, I've gotten a lot more chilled out, you know. Before, I used to rush to the front of the queue at the gate. I wanted to be the first on the aeroplane so I could get my seat, put my suitcase up without any hassle. But these days, I just chill, man. I just sit inside the airport for half an hour or so, and I'm always like the last to board the airplane, trying to be a little bit more chilled in life, you know. Anyway, got onto the airplane, last on, and lo and behold, there's somebody in my seat. And that's always awkward, especially when the airplane's completely filled up, right? And I was kind of annoyed, I suppose, but at the same time, whatever. It's not the end of the world. And in my seat was a young lady sitting there. And she saw me coming, and she obviously knew that she was in my seat. And she looked very sheepishly at me. And next to her was her boyfriend. And her boyfriend looked at me absolutely terrified, long hair, freaking bearded pirate man coming up at him. I'm sure he was absolutely petrified that I was going to be angry and shout at him and whatnot. But he told me that him and his girlfriend were flying to South Africa for the first time from England, and they wanted to sit together because his girlfriend didn't really like flying. It was the first time she'd done a long distance flight, and would I be willing to give up my seat for her so that he could sit next to her? And I said, you know, that's totally fine. I understand. I'll go sit in your girlfriend's seat. And I gave up my seat for them, and I hope they had a great flight together. I hope they had a great time in South Africa. It's a very, very long and scary flight if you've never done it before, so I was happy to give up my seat. Unfortunately, his girlfriend's seat was all the way at the back of the plane in between two other people, so it wasn't an aisle seat or a window seat. It was the middle seat, which is absolutely awful. Diamonds! Nice! Oh, man, what a great way to start 2018. Beautiful. Get in my belly, baby. Get in my belly. Anyway, I took that middle seat because, well, I didn't really have a choice. I didn't want to go back and cause a fuss. And, you know, whatever. It ain't the end of the world. I fly to South Africa quite a lot, so I'm sort of used to the flight and I can sort of handle it. Unfortunately, next to me was a lady with a baby which was kind of unfortunate. I'm not entirely sure why she didn't have the seat at the front of the airplane where the babies are, but the plane was absolutely packed to capacity, so I think she didn't have that option, although there was a crib at the back of the airplane too, which she used for the kid. And on the other side of me was a very elderly and rather large gentleman who ended up snoring quite loudly for most of the journey to South Africa, and also went to the bathroom quite a lot. So yeah, that was kind of awkward. He was at the window and he kept on waking me up and asking me if he could go to the loo. On top of that, the in-flight entertainment TV in front of me in that particular seat did not work, so I didn't get to watch any movies and stuff. So all in all, I went from having a really awesome window seat to having the worst seat on the aeroplane, near the toilets, next to a baby and a rather rotund old man who snored and went to the bathroom every half an hour or so. So not exactly the most exciting trip back to South Africa, I'm not going to lie. But you know what? I wasn't going to let that get me down, man. I was super excited to get back to SA to see my family. And I got to Cape Town International Airport, got my rental car, and made the journey all the way to my parents on the east coast of South Africa. And I was super excited to see them. I hadn't seen them in quite a long time. I hadn't seen my stepfather in a very, very long time. And I'd seen my mum last year at some point. But, you know, it's always good to see your fam if you haven't seen them for a while, right? And I was super pumped to see them. And when I got there, I was very pleasantly surprised by someone else who was there too. My adopted brother was there, and I didn't know that he was going to be there. So when I got to the house, there was my mum, my dad, and my adopted brother, and we were just so happy to see each other. We had a huge family embrace. There were tears flowing, smiles, high fives all over the place, and oh man, all the pain of the flight just suddenly vanished because I suddenly realized I was going to be spending 5 long weeks with my beautiful family. Ended up spending quite a bit of the beginning of my holiday with my adopted brother in the same room, because a few days after I arrived at my parents' house, my stepbrother and his wife and 2 kids arrived also to come and join us for the holiday. So we had an absolutely jam-packed house, and I managed to hang out with my stepbrother's kids for the first time, ever, because I've been living in England for 10 years and I basically missed quite a few years of them growing up. So I managed to hang out with them and it was amazing. They were such awesome kids. We had such a great time together. Turns out they are ReNDoG fans. They watch my videos, and I spent some time with them on the beach digging a giant freaking hole, making walls and stuff. And oh man, we had an absolutely amazing time. Got to spend some really good quality time with my stepbrother and his wife too. For the first time, actually, that was the first time that we've ever spent such a long time together. And yeah, it was just so freaking awesome to be able to spend so much time with them. We had an amazing Christmas period, an amazing family Christmas lunch together. And every day was just perfect weather. It was about 27 degrees Celsius, absolutely blue skies. The sea was so warm, dudes. It was like a freaking jacuzzi up in there. Well, minus the bubbles. But it was really, really warm sea, and I did a lot of swimming. I got a beautiful tan going on for the ladies, baby. Oh, man, wait till you guys see me on stream, ladies. You're going to go absolutely cray-cray up in here, man. ReNDoG looking like a golden sunshine. Or something. But yeah, it was absolutely awesome. I loved spending time with my adopted brother too. He's about 10 years younger than me or so, and we spent some really amazing time together, and so proud of him. He is an actor in South Africa, and he's actually starting to do really, really well on South African television. I can't be prouder of the kid. Oh man, so freaking sweet. Anyway, Christmas time passed, and New Year's arrived, and well, I had a very interesting New Year's Eve. I hope you guys had a fantastic New Year's wherever you were in the world. I spent a little bit of my New Year's Eve on my fan server, or on New Year's, the day before New Year's anyway. I had pretty bad internet out there, and as I say, I was disconnected for most of the time I was there. But there was a massive New Year's party on my fan server, server.dogcraft.net, and I tried to come and join the amazing celebrations that were happening on the server. Basically, the server was celebrating each new year of the 38 countries represented on my fan server, and every time it was a new year in one of those countries, the server would let off a whole bunch of fireworks and people would celebrate. And even with the really bad internet, I was trying to pop in, and I hope all of you guys had an amazing time on my server. Those of you guys who were there for the party, let me know in the comments, man. I hope you guys... What the freak? Why did I bring this box of heads with me? But yeah, I hope you guys had a fantastic time on the server. I know that everybody who was there had a great time. And yeah, thank you, of course, to my amazing server team for setting that up for all of the Cyberdog, baby. It was such an awesome event. Anyway, New Year's Eve was awesome. I spent it with my parents at the house. We had a little New Year's party kind of thing. And I decided to do something a little bit crazy. All the older people, the parents and whatnot, they went to sleep shortly after New Year's, a couple hours after New Year's, and I decided I would do something that I've never done before, and I would stay up to see the sunrise of 2018 from the beach. And that's exactly what I did. Where did I put that iron ore over here? I'm trying to get a piece of iron so that we can fire up our beacon, if you're wondering what I'm actually doing over here. Anyway, I decided to spend the first sunrise of 2018 on the beach at my parents' house. And well, it was absolutely magnificent. Went down to the beach. It was an absolutely amazing evening. That New Year's evening in South Africa. Perfect weather, zero wind, zero anything. It was amazing. Is this going to be big enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's big enough. And I sat on that beach and watched the sun come up over the ocean. And man, I can't even begin to tell you guys what an incredible moment it was. I sat there and I really thought about how lucky I am to be doing what I'm doing in this life, and how hyped I am to make sure I can do this for as long as possible, and how amazing all of the support from all of my fans from all over the world has been over the last 6 years. I had a sort of existential moment where I was just so very happy with myself, so very happy with my life, so very happy with how everything is going. And it was a really amazing moment for me to see that sun come up, not only to bring in the new year, but metaphorically speaking too, a new sunrise for a brand new year and for a brand new phase in the life of the ReNDoG. I'll be talking a little bit more about it over the coming year or so, or over the coming months or so, I guess. Because it's been awesome. It's just been such an incredible last 3 or 4 months for me. It's been a true personal transformation, and yeah, hopefully we can talk a little bit more about that. I don't want to get into that deep stuff now though, because we're talking about holiday right now. I think I've probably made this beacon a little bit too big. Is that what's going down over here? I feel like I'm derping over here. I think I've completely messed this up. Anyway, let's just carry on, see if we can get it done. Anyway, so New Year's was awesome. I spent it on the beach, watching the sun come up, having an existential moment of awesomeness, and it was absolutely amazing. Hey, let me know what you guys did on your New Year's, if you did anything spectacular too. I'd love to know in the comments, and I've definitely done this completely wrong, haven't I? Yeah, good job, Ren. You freaking fool. I think I've made this thing way too big over here, so let's shave it down a little bit. Anyway, so New Year's came and went, and slowly but surely the house began to empty. My adopted brother went back to Johannesburg to carry on acting and doing some acting work out there. My stepbrother and his family returned back to Johannesburg so they could continue with their life. And I was then left for about a week or so just with my parents. And it was absolutely amazing to spend some serious quality time with Mama Dog and Dad Dog. And it's probably, I would say, the best holiday that I've had with my family that I can remember. There was only one person and there were only a few people missing from this particular holiday that I really missed, and that was my younger brother, the real Goxie, his wife and his kids, who were in Canada for the holiday, and of course my brother Schmitty. How could I forget about the Schmidts, who was in New York? Well, he was traveling around America actually for the Christmas period. So while I didn't have my other brothers with me there for the holiday, I did have my parents, and we had a really great time together. And even though the other brothers weren't with us, they were with us in spirit, and we were Skyping with them and talking with them. And it was a really special family holiday for me. Had an absolutely amazing time. And did, well, basically very little, if I'm honest with you. Played a lot of golf. Those of you guys out there might be surprised that the ReNDoG can actually play some golf. It's the only sport that I can actually play decently well in this world. And my mum is actually quite a keen golfer, and my dad is a keen golfer too. So we spent quite a lot of time playing golf. And I've also derped this up completely, haven't I? Wow. Ren, welcome back to Minecraft. Like, what are you actually doing over here, my dude? Jeez. Ridiculous. Can I actually make a beacon? please. My goodness. But yeah, we would just spend every single day together, wake up nice and early. The sun comes up pretty early in South Africa in summertime, and I was up at about 7 o'clock every morning, and we would get together. We'd have some beautiful breakfast together. I would go down to the beach, hang out there, maybe do a little bit of swimming. We'd cook together, make supper together, and then of course we would usually have a nap, because that's what you do on holiday, right? Is you have a freaking nap, like you should. And then in the afternoon at about 4 or 4:30, my mum and I, or my dad and my mum and I, we would go and play some golf. We'd either go to the driving range or we'd go play at the golf course and spend the afternoon together. Come home after that activity and make dinner together, hang out, have a beautiful dinner together, and then spend the evening just chilling, watching the beautiful ocean and the moon above the ocean. Because my parents have an amazing house there that looks over the ocean. So every single evening together, we would sit there in beautiful weather as the sun went down and as the moon came up, just hanging out, having a beverage or two together, chatting, getting to know each other. And it was a really, really special time for me, guys. Absolutely amazing. And as I said, as I was completely disconnected from the interbubs for so long, it was a really, really great time for me to sort of get to know my parents. Get to know my parents better, I guess, and spend some real quality time with them without worrying about YouTube views, subscribers, tweets, Facebookings, all of that stuff that us YouTubers and stuff worry about. And of course, I've come back, and I'm sure there's been quite a few people who've forgotten about the ReNDoG. But you know what, guys? That is completely okay, because I am feeling like a new human. I'm feeling so freaking good, and I am not stressing or worrying about anything other than doing what I love doing in this world, which is making YouTube videos and doing streams for you guys. And that is what we're going to be doing in 2018 together, and it is going to be absolutely freaking magical, baby. Oh man. So yeah, I had a great holiday. I'm back in full swing, my friends, back in full swing, and I can't wait to get stuck into the Hermitcraft server, get stuck into my Minecraft survival series. And I'm sure I just blocked this off, and looks like I've restarted the water flow again. And yeah, as I say, I don't really know what we're going to be doing, so I'm going to be checking the comments of this video quite closely, guys. Help me out, okay? Give me some ideas for what we can be doing here on the Hermitcraft server. And of course, make sure that you guys check out what's happening on my channel and on my Twitch channel, ReNDoG TV, over the next coming weeks, because we're going to really start getting stuck into things. I'm very curious to know, of course, guys, what you've been up to during your holidays too. If you were up to something super exciting this holiday, let me know in the comments below also. I always love seeing what you guys have been up to all around the world. And together, my friends, together, we're going to take 2018 by storm. Whatever you are doing in this life, whatever you are doing this year, whatever your plans and your goals are, I hope you're going to join me for an epic year of inspiration, an epic year of growth, an epic year of success. We're going to do it together. Let's motivate each other to make 2018 the best freaking year we can, guys. And who knows where we will be in a year from now, but hopefully we will be in a better place than we are right now, right? It's all about just improving and making sure that you keep moving forward, making sure that you make every day that you live better than the last. Oh my goodness, I am so positive right now, guys. I'm sorry if I'm making you cringe with all my positivity, but what can I say? Brand new year, back on the Hermitcraft server, back with my amazing internet family, which is you, by the way, and I cannot wait to get stuck in. And yeah, I guess that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm going to carry on setting up this speed mine over here. Next episode, we'll get stuck into probably working on the giant item silo back on the netherboard, silo rather, so that we can start collecting a double chest of all the items in Minecraft. And hopefully I'll get some ideas from you guys also in the comments below. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I literally cannot wait to see you in the next episode. Welcome to 2018. Baby, it's gonna be freaking amazing.